The town of Safford, a 3-hour drive east of Phoenix. It looks like every small town in America. Quiet, innocent, a place where secrets have nowhere to hide. Jan Napier came to Safford in the 1980s from nearby Wilcox, and she loved the idea of raising her family in the shadow of Main Street, USA.
You know most everybody, and the kids play in the street, and you didn't have to lock your doors, and it was just a very quiet little town.
Her family was happy, and her youngest son, Chris, was like every young boy in rural America.
He was my little cowboy. He wanted to be a cowboy from the time he got old enough to know what a cowboy was. He had boots and, almost at the time he could walk.
Chris loved horses, and he loved the game of baseball.
So when he was little, he would watch Randy Johnson pitch, and then he would go work for hours trying to pitch just like Randy Johnson.
But as the town was beginning to change, her little cowboy, now a teenager, became sick. It wasn't a virus. Chris was handcuffed by an addiction to opiates.
For about 6 months, he struggled to stay clean, and he struggled with severe depression and suicidal thoughts.
5 years ago, Chris tried once more to end his struggle with drugs.
He was at my house and had dinner there with my daughter, and I came home before he left and talked to him for a few minutes, and then he left. And then the next morning I got the call that they had found him. He had gone in the bathroom and used again, evidently Tuesday night. And as he turned around to walk out, he just slumped over. He was gone. So he was just kneeling in the bathroom when they found him.
At the age of 24, drugs finally took the life of Chris Napier.
I can remember running from the car and the officer tried to stop me, and I said, "That's my son," and I ran in.
Jan tried, but ultimately no one was going to save her little cowboy.
My life will never be the same because a piece of it's gone.
The only way I can describe it to people is that it's just a living nightmare. I mean, it's your every waking moment has to be dedicated to finding your next drug, your next hit.
Chris Taylor hit rock bottom after serving in Afghanistan with the U.S. Army, but he found a way out of his heroin addiction.
I just was involved in a lot of things in the community. I was seeing results with my organization and with other people, and I kind of had this idea that I wanted to take it a step further.
From addict to alderman, Taylor ran for city council, and he won. And with new motivation, he's now leading the Safford Charge to help others fight drug addiction.
We learned about this program from Facing Addiction, this community pilot program, and again, I was like, well, we might as well put an application in. I don't expect we'll get picked.
And sure enough, 15 cities were on the list, and Safford was one of them. Along with Chicago, San Diego, and Baton Rouge, Safford will get access to local funding to help addicts out of rehab transition back into normal life.
It was overwhelming, but I knew that there's something special here in this community.
The town of Safford, with a population of about 10,000 with a big-time problem, drug addiction. From opioids to heroin, it's ravaged this town and it's shaken its core. And the one big thing that they'd like to fix before anything else is that perception that people that are addicted to drugs are from the wrong side of the tracks.
One of the biggest barriers to that is that negative, that stigma that surrounds it, that you can't be helped. We need to just lock up all of our people who struggle with addiction. And we have seen that does not work.
I'm ecstatic. Something is finally happening here.
Realize of how big a problem it is, especially when it's prescribed medicine. They don't think anything is illegal, so why is that a problem?
Malin lost her father 3 years ago after years of battling addiction. But the couple says despite drug concerns in their town, they aren't going anywhere.
This is all my family is, it's where I grew up.
One town looking for redemption, and help might finally be on the way. It might be too late to save this little cowboy, but it could save others.
Every day. I cry every day. And I will for the rest of my life.